local author Austin Crawford is spreading a message of hope and resilience. His new memoir raises awareness for multiple systems atrophy with the hope of inspiring others to never give up. Welcome to CI Living, Austin.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so can you tell me a little bit about multiple systems atrophy?
Multiple system atrophy, or MSA for short, is a terminal neurological disease that affects the autonomic system. That is the things in your body that you normally don't think about, such as breathing, digestion, heart rate, balance, muscle problems, and all of those actually begin to fade and eventually become to die. All those nervous systems just completely shut down.
And while this is really a struggle, you have managed to spread hope and joy in the world every day. And you've written a memoir. So can you tell us a little bit about your book?
I wrote the book, even though we do have two documentaries. One is actually Fighting MSA, Austin Crawford's story, and Driven to Help was our full feature documentary. But a film only shows the outside of what you're really seeing. A book where you can dive into deeper and get a better perspective is the reason I wrote it, because I had a lot of people say that they enjoyed the movie and they learned a lot, but reading gives them a little bit more in-depth and personal look at it.
And there are multiple different versions of the book, right?
Correct. We do have the Kindle version, which is free to read. We do offer a little softback, which does have a few pages and pictures in it. And then we do offer the hardback, which has all the chapters and about every picture I could shove into the book itself.
And if somebody is going to read the book, what can they expect? Can you tell us a little bit about some of the contents without too many spoilers?
If I could say, if you wanted to read this, it is going to be a powerful, from what I've read from the reviews, because there's no fluff. It is a straight and honest book coming from the heart. So you will learn about MSA, a little bit more about my approach on how I try to live positively. Not every day is positive, but if you can help one person a day, that believes my goal, and that makes me a happier person. So trying to get this book out actually will also show my positivity for invisible illnesses. Obviously, looking at me, you can't tell that I am actually on full hospice. So the invisible disease part is also in there, and for others that are suffering invisible disease.
And I feel like that's something that's really important to kind of point out and note, because I know that sometimes there becomes a lot of conversation about somebody using a disabled placard but doesn't look disabled or things like that. But there are plenty of situations where maybe what you see on the outside is different than what's going on the inside.
Correct. And that's what I hope to get across to the book.
And then I want to talk a little bit about your approach, because I think that is something that's really important, because when you end up with a challenge that's so severe like what you're going through, it's very easy to maybe not take a hopeful and positive and approach to every day. So how do you maintain that strength, and what do you do to stay positive?
Actually, family and friends. I used to be on a lot of social media, such as TikTok and that. So I grew a lot of friends there, but now I more stay kind of focused on my home life and doing what I can around the town. So kind of do one thing around the town to help, one other person if I can do it. So it's actually went down from a lot of social media to just keeping it closer to home.
Yeah, and being present in the moment. And if
Yes.
somebody wants to read your book or watch one of your documentaries, how can they do that?
You can actually go on to Amazon.com. All three are listed, and they can actually go to Fighting MSA on YouTube. There is a narrated version. It is under an hour, but it actually has more of an inspirational tone and the way that I wanted the book to come across.
Well, thank you so much for being here, Austin, and for
Thank
sharing
you.
your story and for putting your story out into the world to spread awareness about your disease.
Well, thank you for having me. It's been an honor.